Hello my bunny buns, I'm Brushes and Bunnies, and today we're doing another product review slash drawing challenge. So I posted a video yesterday where I was basically explaining that I received these super cool Chalkola products in the mail from Amazon and also from the Chalkola company, so thanks again. I'm so excited to try this out, and I had such an amazing time actually drawing with these chalk markers. I've just never drew with chalk markers before, so it was really interesting to try something new. I decided to draw on an actual chalkboard. I had this really old cheap chalkboard that I had lying around in my kitchen on the wall, and I completely forgot about it. And I was like, oh my god, okay, I guess this is gonna turn out fantastic for the actual chalk marker review. So I decided to just take it down and start sketching on it. I started the initial sketch with an HB pencil just to sort of map out what I wanted to draw and how I wanted it to look like. And I decided to draw some rabbits. I've been in the rabbit mood. I've been really excited for the upcoming spring. I feel like it's right around the corner here in Berlin. And also there's all kinds of Easter chocolate in the grocery store. So I was like, I feel like drawing rabbits and drawing hearts and whatnot. So that was the concept that I decided to do. And originally, I really wanted to draw on a window, but unfortunately today is not really a nice day in Berlin. It's a bit cloudy. It looks really bad and ugly outside, so I don't think it would give you guys the nicest scenery. Perhaps I'll do a window challenge video in the upcoming spring. I think that'd be really cool with the sun shining through. But these markers work really well on all kinds of surfaces. So for example, I'm drawing on the chalkboard, so of course the chalk marker works really well on that. It also works well on windows, mirrors, any sort of plastic material. I'm assuming you can also draw on plates if you want, so you can decorate your own plates, and as well as lead boards. But I think that in the future I'll be doing other sort of drawing challenges. Maybe I'll draw my car, decorate my car if I get permission from my husband, but yeah, we'll see. So I hope you guys enjoy this video and also enjoy the review. So I drew the bunny illustration with regular HB pencil, and now I'm going to start with the actual chalk marker. So I'm using the Jumbo series. These are the Platinum series, Chalkola. I'll be using white. I'll also be using blue, which I also have a Jumbo for that. Most likely for the background, I will be drawing the rabbit white. I'll be using black for some sort of cartoonish outline, and I'll be using pink as well. So I have two different types of pinks. I have this color, which I believe is just regular pink, and then I have also the candy pink. I'm most likely going to be using the pink for the actual typography and also for the hearts. And then as for some sort of final detail, I'm also going to be adding metallic on top. So I'm not sure how this is going to look like, but I do have a gold, pink, and silver. So I think I'm going to add this as extra detail on top of the hearts maybe, or the typography. So before we get started, we actually have to shake the markers. So I'm going to start with the rabbit. We're using the Jumbo white one. You have to shake the marker for approximately 2 to 3 minutes. It takes 3 minutes or so for the ink to actually start appearing in the tip. The instructions are basically to shake it upwards with the cap up, and you just shake it. It says to press the tip to and fro multiple times on the surface, and then eventually the ink will start to appear in the actual tip. There we go. For the initial coloring job of the background as well as the rabbit and the typography, I'm using a mixture between the Jumbo tip chalk marker and the regular chalk pens. These chalk pens or chalk markers have a high density chalk ink, which is why it takes approximately 2 to 3 minutes for the ink to reach the tip of the pen. And I noticed that once you get this flowing, once you start to draw with it, the ink will flow smoothly. I haven't really needed to keep pressing it down in order for the ink to come out. It was really like painting something. I actually felt like I was painting with marker, and this was really nice. So I've already mentioned that these markers could be used on non-porous surfaces. Surfaces like chalkboards, whiteboards, glass, plastic, windows, and mirrors. There's all kinds of really cool things you can do for this, which is why these markers are super great for bar owners, for cafe owners, also for teachers who want to do some really cool illustrations or drawings. The markers could also be used on chalkboard paint, so if you have a surface with chalkboard paint on your wall, for example, you can also use these markers on there. In terms of fixing any sort of mistakes that you do when you're drawing it, you can use a regular wet wipe or a wet cloth with Windex, for example, as well as a magic eraser. And for some people who have used it on chalkboard paint, they may have found it difficult to erase the actual chalk marker. And that's because the chalkboard paint will create a porous surface, which means that there will be small holes which the liquid chalk ink could be absorbed in there, which will make it difficult to actually erase. But I have seen reviews and Chalkola has informed me that actually using a magic eraser should be okay in order to erase the chalk. And for the drawing that I'm currently doing, I was actually expecting to make a lot of mistakes and having to erase some of the chalk ink from the board. However, throughout the entire drawing, I didn't have to do this one time. It was pretty easy just to apply the coloring on top of each other. I really didn't need to erase anything. Lucky for me, I don't know, that maybe that was just a lucky thing that happened. But before I had started drawing this drawing, I actually tested to see if it would wash off with a wet cloth. So I tested with blue on the chalkboard, and I went ahead and used a wet cloth or a wet wipe and tried to remove it. The ink came directly off of the chalkboard, which is really great. I thought initially that it came off easily because the liquid ink was still fresh and it was still, it was not dried, it was still wet. So this was easier to erase. And after I had finished the actual drawing, I went back and tried to remove a section of the dried chalk ink. I used a wet cloth again, and with a bit of scrubbing, the color came off, but I think that you would require a lot more determination in order to take it off of the board. I don't have a magic eraser and I couldn't try it with a magic eraser, but I think that this would help as well to remove the color a lot. But then again, I did use a lot of ink for the background, the blue background. There was I think I put 2 or 3 layers of the ink to remove any streaks. And this was a little bit more, a little bit more scrubbing in order to take it off, but the color did come off with a wet cloth. Now let's talk about the actual layering, if it's possible to layer these colors together. Now you guys know that in my work I do a lot of layering, especially for the animal fur and just the type of style I do. I use a lot of mixed media and I like to layer on top of layer to create some depth and emphasis on certain, contrasting elements. So I wanted to kind of experiment with this, especially with the white and the blue with the rabbit, and I thought this was pretty interesting. The first thing I was looking for was how long did I have to wait until the chalk would dry until I could apply a second layer. And I think that the answer to this question was that it was actually rather quick, I would say. For larger surfaces where I'd put a lot of ink, of course I probably have to wait, I would say 5 minutes or so in order for it to at least be, good enough to add another color on top so that the colors wouldn't really, modify or mix together into an ugly color. And even if the colors would mix together, let's say the ink was not completely dried yet, the ink would sort of mix together, it wouldn't really make it that ugly. I felt like you could achieve some sort of nice blend with it, which was really nice. The only sort of downside to that, which is for any sort of marker that you use, not just because it's chalk marker, is that the ink color might stain or might appear on the tip of your marker. So if you're using the white chalk marker and you're mixing it with blue, you will have residue of the blue on the tip of the marker. Now to kind of fix this, I just had a spare sheet of paper on the side and I would, just draw in circles to try to get the blue ink off of the tip of the marker, and I also wiped it away. And eventually the blue came out and it was just the pure white once again. So this is also a definite possibility that you can do. Now for the background, I used a lot of the jumbo pens, and I had so much fun drawing with the jumbo pens because the tip of the pen is actually kind of chiseled, so you can have different angles and you can get into hard to reach places, which I really, really enjoyed. And I think that the cherry on top for me in terms of the jumbo pens was the amount of coverage you can get and the amount of ink that would smoothly flow out of the tip. I really had no issues. As soon as I would touch the jumbo pen onto the chalkboard and I would start to, move it down the chalkboard, it was just a continuous flow of ink that would come out, and it was very vibrant ink and it was very smooth, so it was really fun to draw with. So overall, I think that these markers were fantastic. They worked really, really well. The color was extremely vibrant and the ink flow was really nice. It came out smoothly. You didn't really have to, work at it. Only at the very beginning where you have to shake it for approximately 2 to 3 minutes and just get the ink flowing out of the tip. Apart from that, I had no general issue in terms of applying the ink onto the actual chalkboard. Now in terms of retail price, so you have different sets. So I did receive the Chalkola chalk pens. There's a pack of 21, which includes 15 chalk pens and 6 metallic markers. And on Amazon, for the US price, this goes approximately, for retail price, approximately $23, I would say. There are, from what I'm seeing currently online, there's actually a sale going on right now for $18. And also, there's an additional coupon code that I have for you guys, 15% off, down in my description. So if you guys are interested in buying this, there is a coupon code in my description of this video. The other product that I'm using is the Chalkola Platinum series, which are the jumbo pens, which I highly recommend because you can do a lot of really fun things with. These go on Amazon for US retail price for approximately $35. And there's also a current sale on Amazon for $23. And also the coupon code will work for this product as well. So if you guys are interested, again, coupon code is listed down below in my description. And there's also the links to the Amazon product pages. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. I had a pleasure doing this. I will probably be doing some more drawing challenges with chalk markers in the near future, but I think I'm gonna wait for spring for it to actually be nice, because if I want to draw on my car or on my window, I kind of want it to be warm outside. So yeah, that's gonna be fun times. We're gonna do some really cool things in the future with this product. Apart from that, thank you guys so much for watching. Give this video a big thumbs up if you do appreciate it, or if you do like it, or if you think the Bunnies cute. I don't even know. Just give me a big thumbs up. I really appreciate your support. And also don't forget to subscribe. I do a lot of product reviews as well as art videos, art tutorials, and on the occasional live stream. I know I haven't been doing live streams as of late. I have been doing, you know, things on the side. I'm going on vacation very soon, so I'm preparing videos. I am going to Iceland, guys. I'm going to Iceland at the end of this month, so I have to prepare a list of videos so that I could release them on a schedule. So anyways, I wish you guys a fantastic day. I hope it's sunny on your side of the world. I can tell you one thing, it's not sunny on my side of the world. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you to the next video. Bye!